Have you been out of work for over 3 months? You need to watch this.
Hello, welcome back to Career Improv. Today, let's talk about something that often sits like a heavy weight in the room, being out of work for over 3 months. For some of you, it may be 3 months. For others, it might be 6, 9, or even more. And I know the questions that creep in at night. Will employers think I'm not good enough? How do I explain this gap without sounding desperate? Is it too late for me? Let me tell you right now, it is not too late. What matters is not the gap, but what you do with it and how you communicate it. I've seen this firsthand with people who turned a frustrating pause into a powerful comeback. And I want to give you not only encouragement, but also practical, step-by-step strategies you can start today. 1. Reframe the gap. Own the narrative. First, you have to stop apologizing for the gap. 3 months out of work is not a failure, it's a circumstance. Life happens. Industries shift, companies restructure, economies wobble. Employers don't care that you had a gap, they care how you explain it. Take Sarah, a project manager I coached. She'd been out of work for 5 months after her company downsized. Instead of hiding it, she reframed it. I used this time to upskill in agile methodologies and volunteer with a local nonprofit to keep my leadership skills sharp. Guess what? That gap became proof of initiative. She landed a role at a Fortune 500 within weeks of changing her narrative. Your story matters. Make the gap look less like an absence and more like a season of growth. 2. Rebuild your routine. When you're unemployed, days blur together. Netflix at 10 a.m., scrolling job boards at midnight. It happens. But here's the truth. Job searching is a full-time job. And like any job, it needs structure. Here's a simple daily routine that works. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Apply for targeted jobs, not just any job. Quality beats quantity. 12 to 1 p.m. Network outreach, LinkedIn messages, reconnecting with old colleagues, commenting on industry posts. 1 to 2 p.m. Skill sharpening. Take a free course, practice an interview, or read industry news. 2 to 4 p.m. Project or portfolio building. Create content, volunteer, or consult part-time. Show evidence of your value. 4 to 5 p.m. Reflection and strategy. Track applications, refine your resume, adjust your pitch. A routine restores momentum. It tells your brain, I'm still in the game. 3. Leverage the hidden job market. Here's a sobering fact. About 70% of jobs are never posted online. They're filled through referrals, internal hires, and networks. That means if you're spending all day on job boards, you're missing the biggest piece of the pie. Take James, an IT analyst I met at a workshop. He was unemployed for nearly 6 months. His mistake? He applied to over 200 roles online with 0 interviews. When he finally started reaching out to old colleagues, having virtual coffee chats, and asking for introductions, he got 3 referrals within a month. One of those led to his current job. Networking isn't begging, it's building. Reach out genuinely. Ask about others' work. Share your own story, and doors open. 4. Turn the gap into evidence of growth. Think about this. What if you could walk into an interview and say, during my 3 months out of work, completed 2 industry certifications, built a portfolio project that solved a real problem, volunteered as a consultant for a small business, launched a blog or newsletter on industry insights. That turns your gap into a competitive advantage. For example, Anita, a marketing professional, was unemployed for 4 months. Instead of just applying, she started running digital campaigns for a friend's startup. She documented the results and showcased them in her interviews. The hiring manager literally told her, "This is exactly the initiative we're looking for." She was hired within 2 weeks. 5. Master your pitch. When the recruiter asks, "So, what have you been doing for the past few months?" This is your moment. Wrong answer. Honestly, just applying everywhere. Right answer. I've taken this time to sharpen my skills in specific area, expand my network, and work on project/volunteering example. I'm more focused and prepared than ever to bring value to my next role. One sounds like drifting. The other sounds like growth. 6. Protect your confidence. Let's be real, being unemployed hurts. It chips away at self-worth. You start questioning your skills, your age, your relevance. That's why you must protect your confidence like a shield. Celebrate small wins, sending 5 applications, landing 1 networking call, finishing 1 course. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your worth. Practice gratitude for the time you do have. It's a chance to recenter, something many employed people secretly wish for. Remember this. Companies hire energy as much as skill. If you walk in defeated, it shows. If you walk in prepared, hopeful, and confident, it shines. Final word. Being out of work for over 3 months isn't the end of your story. It's the middle. Countless people have stood where you're standing and gone on to thrive. Sarah, James, Anita, they turned their gap into their greatest strength. And so can you. Your job right now is simple. Reframe the gap. Rebuild your routine. Leverage your network. Show evidence of growth. Master your pitch. And protect your confidence. Because the next chapter? It's coming. And it might just be the best one yet. Subscribe to Career Improv for more.